everybody. I am so excited to introduce you to Rebecca Linn. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Ina. How's it going?
I am so happy to be talking to you. I can't believe I'm talking to somebody who's out in Alaska. I get there. I have never met anybody who lives in Alaska. How did you end up there?
It's kind of a crazy story. So, when I was in Texas before and I turned 30, and something inside me was just like, I need to get out and go explore. So, I was looking for another dealership and found the perfect dealership. And before you know it, here I am in Alaska.
That is incredible. And how's it going? How do you like it?
I love it here. It is already snowing. I don't know about the weather where you are, but we've already had snow. It's 20 degrees outside right now, and it is like living in a snow globe.
I bet it is. Okay. Why don't you introduce yourself a little bit? Can you tell us
Sure.
how long have you been in car sales and where do you work?
Yes. So I am Rebecca, obviously. I've been in the car business for about 5 years. I was a teacher before and just made the swap after middle of COVID times. I work at a CDJR dealership, Jeans Chrysler here in Fairbanks, Alaska. And that's what I know and love, and of course used as well, but mainly new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Okay. How what did you teach before you got into car sales? First of all, what kind of teacher
Uh,
were you?
I was a kindergarten and preschool teacher. So I taught little kids before, and it actually kind of fits in with doing sales because there's lots of moving parts all the time, and you never know what to expect. So,
I bet. Can you tell me how you got into car sales?
yeah, I just during COVID, I wanted to see if I could just have like a summer job. I applied at a dealership, just like, oh, I'll do this for this summer. I got my first paycheck, and I never looked back.
Amazing. That is incredible. Okay. Do you remember when you first started? What was the biggest fear or the biggest challenge that you had to overcome in the first
Yeah.
month?
Yeah, when I first started, I was so nervous and so scared. As you know, car sales a lot of the times is very much throw you to the wolves and see what happens. I started at a very like high turnover dealership. I'm extremely grateful for everything, but like it was very challenging at first. I didn't know what I was doing. I was scared. I felt alone. I was one of the only girls. As you know, it's pretty male dominated industry. So it was very scary, very hard. I had an amazing sales manager really take me under his wing. His name is Jason. He's still in Texas. He works at the Hyundai dealership, but he's like my second dad now. He taught me everything I know. He was so kind, and like he got me because I we get emotional, and I had like emotional days. He'd come to my desk and like, Becca, stop crying. Like, it's going to be okay. And, like, I don't know. He was truly like a second dad to me and taught me everything I know and just encouraged me to not stop and keep pushing.
I feel like some sales managers who are listening to this need to hear a little bit more about Jason's vibe. Hi, Jason. Uh, can you share with us a little bit what made Jason such a great mentor?
I think what made him such a great mentor is like he was very human, and like he understood how to like bridge that gap. Like, yes, we're there for business and there to, sell cars, make money, all of that stuff, but he really took like a personal interest in us, and he really showed that he cared, and it went beyond like just the desk. Like, of course, he was there at the desk selling cars, making us very happy with our paychecks, but also he'd check in like if we were having something, if someone's having a bad day or going through a breakup, those types of things. He would check in, and he'd know that too. But he also knew how to have fun. I don't know. He's just a great person, and I wish everyone would have a sales manager like Jason.
Do you remember one big lesson that he taught you? Is there a story that kind of sticks out in your mind?
Yeah, I will say, at my first dealership where he was at, I was having a lot of issues at that place, and I just didn't think it was a good fit. It ended up not working out, but before I left, I would pack up my whole desk in stress and be like, I'm done. I'm so done. I'm leaving. And he would come over to my desk and just like very calmly be like, do you just need to step outside for a minute, get some air? I'm like, yeah, maybe I need to do that. And he'd be like, go get some air. So I'd walk outside, collect myself, like come back to reality that not everything is crazy, although sometimes it feels that way, and just like bring me back to my peace.
Yeah, that is so
So,
nice. I wish more
yeah,
people would just do that, would pay attention like that.
absolutely. And we actually went to a different dealership together. So after I left the first dealership, he came to where I was at next. He drove up in his truck, which was very him at the time. He's like, hey, we're going over to this dealership. I'm starting there. I'm like, okay, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm coming. So
It just
he's, yeah, he's a real one.
it just comes to show like you don't quit jobs, you quit managers, right? In this case, you
Yeah.
just went with him wherever he went. That is just so powerful.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, what do you think is the biggest misconception that women have when they enter this role as a car salesperson? Before we hear the answer to that really juicy question from our guest, I wanted to tell you how I found her, how she ended up on this video in this interview. I found her on TikTok because she had a strong presence, because she was using the right hashtags, because she knew what she was doing. And that is how your customers find you. That is how you establish your authority in the marketplace. That is how car salespeople make their mark and take control of their careers, by being online. And you need to be on TikTok if you're not already. My name is Ina. I'm the AutoSocial Gal, and I'm a social media strategist for car salespeople, for car dealerships, and I have helped hundreds of people with their online presence over the past decade. And now, for the first time ever, I have created a Mastering TikTok for Car Sales course that you can have right now and learn everything I know about how to show up on TikTok, attract your right customers, and also make the experience be right for you. It doesn't have to be silly dances. It doesn't have to be complicated scripts or skits. It can be whatever you want it to be. And in this course, I really put everything that I know so that you can have the kind of presence that is going to make you go from unknown to unforgettable, so that people want to drive 2 hours out of their way to come and buy cars from you. I have you with the list of equipment that you need, with all of the TikTok features. I am going to show you exactly around the app. I'm going to show you how to simplify the analytics process. You don't have to know everything right off the bat to be successful. I'm going to show you how to stand out with your unique personality. I'm going to show you the viral examples so that they inspire you and you know exactly what to post, and so much more. And all of this can be yours right now. And I want to give you a very special $15 off code. The price of the course is going to keep changing. I just put this out there and the price is going to continue to increase. So don't rest thinking that the price is going to stay the same, and grab this code right here for your $15 off, no matter what the price of the course is. Just code this QR code, take a picture of this QR code, or go to autosocialgal.com/TT for TikTok, get it? And use the code YTGals. That stands for YouTube Gals, so that I know you came from this video and you're coming from here. It's all in that QR code. If you go to autosocialgal.com/TT, it already has the code baked into it, and you can go and grab it right now, because I want to see you on TikTok so that I can go and invite you to be on this YouTube channel, elevate your authority, and inspire others. All right, now let's go back to the interview.
I think the misconception is that you have to be cold. I don't feel like I have to be cold. Sales seems so like cut and dry, but when it comes to being a sales consultant, especially women, like having that warmer side is our strength. Having that compassion, having that, like, I've cried with customers before. If we're stressing out together. Like, we're locked in. And I think if we lean into that, like, more emotional side, it really like shows that we are human too. and the trust builds, and it's just like a positive experience for everybody because we're real people too, and having that feminine energy come out is really helpful.
How important is it for dealerships to hire women?
I think it's super important. I'm now here in Alaska. We have a strong amount of women here, actually. One, two, I think there's four of us, which is the most I've ever seen at a dealership. There's not that many, but it's growing. I think it's super important because it is about diversity and like we're bringing different things to the table. And I mean, it's great. Yeah.
Can I ask you, if there's a woman who's listening right now and she's
Hmm.
struggling a little bit to fit into her team because she's the only woman on the floor, she just started, she's starting to feel like, like they kind of already know each other. She's the outlier and she's struggling to make that work. What would you say to her?
When I started here, I was definitely the outlier. Everyone had been here a long time. And you just have to be yourself and like really like dive into it because you attract what you put out. And I put out positivity every day, and it has truly attracted. I haven't even been here that long, like 6 months, and I'm doing very well. I'm leading the board most months, and everybody always needs help with things, and they come to me. It's because I dive in, and I think that's what just we have to do is if you're new and you're not fitting in, dive into what you know and don't give up on it, and you'll attract what you put out.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. Do you have a favorite customer story?
I have so many favorite customer stories. Oh my gosh. I I have a lot. I help a lot of different people. There's been some fun ones. I'll tell you one fun one was I work with all types of people, from perfect credit to rebuilding. And for me, I really love helping customers that are in that rebuilding phase. It's more fun to kind of like work in puzzle piece. It's more of like a challenge for me. And that's what makes it fun. But I've had this most recent customer of mine in that rebuilding phase. We had to change vehicles like 6 or 7 times just to fit the approval. And at the end, she was so exhausted. She's like, I didn't even know. Like, she came in for a Wrangler, left in a brand new Grand Cherokee, was so happy. But it took, it's the journey. It's about the journey. And the whole time she's like, you just never gave up on me. I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm here for you. Like, we're going to make it work. It's all about problem solving, and we solved that problem, and she's extremely happy.
I love that. So,
Yeah.
what would be your best advice to customers? Like if there's something that you wish everybody knew walking in.
Definitely have flexibility. Also, just to know that we are not against you as salespeople. We're your friend. I'm just an everyday girl. Like, seriously, I'm so regular. It's not even funny. We'll connect and we'll be best friends by the end, but I'm not there to like get one over on you or anything like that. We're not here for that. We're here to help you fit whatever vehicle fits your lifestyle, fits your family, fits your budget. And I mean, we're the experts. We work with them all day, so we're trying to use our expertise to help, not hurt.
I love that. Okay, let's talk about social media. How
Yes.
important is it for a car salesperson to have a social media presence?
It is super important. It is not just what you would think social media. It's not just one platform anymore. I'm newer on TikTok. I post on Facebook and, even like the little community groups I go in. If someone's like, oh, I'm looking for a car, I'm like, oh, girl, let me help you. So it's beyond that. But one of the cool things is recently I posted on TikTok. I've been posting on TikTok. Somebody on TikTok found me, reached out to me, and came in and bought a car with me. And of course, to celebrate, we made a TikTok. So if you want to go check out my TikTok, you'll see her on there. She's dancing very happily with her new to her Volkswagen. It was a full circle moment. Loved it.
That is amazing. I'm so happy. Congratulations on your social media sales.
I know. Thank you.
So, what advice do you have for other women on social media? Do you have like a best social media hack?
I don't think I have a hack. I have very small followers, very small audience right now, but right now I'm just focusing on being authentic, being myself, doing fun things that aren't like crazy, and just using a couple hashtags and tagging the dealership or the location. I think that helps mainly, especially up here in Alaska, because yeah, it's great for me to be posting all of our inventory, cars that we have for sale, but if somebody in, New Mexico sees it, they're not coming all the way to Alaska.
Right.
So that's key, and just consistency, I think.
Yeah, that consistency is key. Like
Yeah.
that's how people know that you're always there and that you're not going away. So, okay, as we're winding down, I want you to imagine that I just put you on a stage and there's a room full of car saleswomen, 1,000 car saleswomen out there. What is your big message for them? What do you want them to know?
I want them to know that we're like a sisterhood, and every time we are successful, like it opens the door for more car saleswomen to be successful. There truly is space for us in this industry. There is a lot of old school thinking still, but we're beating that. And every time we sell a car or we're above all the boys on the board, like that's a win. And you're not alone. Don't give up. I know that there's a lot of negativity, but there's a lot of positivity if you look for it and you find it. So just don't give up and keep doing you and being authentic.
Okay, so can you please tell everybody where to follow you on social and where to go see you? Tell us the name of your store again.
You can find me on TikTok at BECCALINN, Becca Linn, for all of my fun car content. And you can find me in person at Jeans Chrysler down here in Fairbanks, Alaska, servicing all of Alaska.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. This has been amazing. You have been so incredible. And I can't wait to share this with everyone. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, Ina, thank you so much. I've had so much fun. You're an inspiration as well. Thank you.